Hello, welcome. Good morning, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh, look what we've got for you. We did say that we were bringing you something really special at 11 o'clock, and this is what we've got. It is fantastic. You've had a couple of sneaky peeks, I think, throughout the morning,
Yes.
but this is the launch, and it is just stunningly beautiful. Okay, we've got lots of product on the show as well, blanks and everything. So how do you shop and watch? So you're already out there on Instagram and Facebook watching us. So welcome one and all, which is amazing. And also you'll be watching us either on YouTube and or our website. Okay?
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So they're all the places you can actually sit and watch us, which is fantastic. But shopping on those is a little bit different. So if you're shopping with us on your social media platforms, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, you will use the shop code. So on your screen, you can see that Amber has popped on shop download. Okay? You type that comment into type that code words into the comments below, shop download, like you were talking to each other. Then you'll get a message back from us here at Highlight Crafts that says thank you very much for your order. When you are ready for checking out one of those messages that you've received from us, click on the message, open it up, there is a link. Click that link, okay, and it will take you straight to the website. If you're not a member, please become a member, because that is really important to then log in and check out. Now, there's lots of discount tiers, 3 of them, okay? And you'll all know which tier you're on. But if you are a brand new member today, even if you become a member right now, this very minute, when you go to log out, you will already get 5% off of your basket spend.
Wow.
Okay? Straight away. And you'll start collecting points. I believe there's 5 points for every pound that you spend, all right, which is fantastic. And then also the added benefit, if you're not a member, you would have to get your basket spend to above £50 to get free postage. When you are a member, that comes down to getting a basket spend over £35 for free postage, which is incredible. Okay, so there's quite a marked difference. Loads of benefits and things for joining us. So that is why you need to become a member. Okay, so you can do that even at the point in checking out if you're not already a member, which is amazing. So when you are checking out, that is how you shop. You put the shop code in on Facebook and Instagram, okay? You get your message. However, it's a little bit different when you shop on our website. So go along to highlightcrafts.com. You can watch us live on there as well. Click the video and it will play and you watch along with us. There is a button on there as well that says Shop Today's Deals. If you click that button, it's a drop-down bar. You'll be able to shop all of the deals on across all of the shows today, which is fantastic, okay? So if you want to shop ahead, please feel free to do so. Other than that, when you're actually shopping with us on the website, all of the product information is down the side of the screen. Really easy. Click on the product that is on the screen and just press Add to Basket. As and when you start building your basket, there's a little red shopping bag that will appear on your screen, okay? As and when it does that, when you're ready for checking out, you just click your shopping basket. Again, log in and then check out. Ta-da!
So simple.
So simple. So that's how you watch and how you shop with us, which is ridiculously easy. Now we're going to share with you all the products on the show. And as we said at the beginning of the show, Merry Christmas, because we're bringing you a little bit of Christmas, okay? I forgot. I am sorry, everybody. I was going to bring me reindeer antlers and ankles.
Reindeer ankles, that'd be nice.
They've got fluff.
Into work.
Yeah, they've got fluff and everything round them. My antlers, I'm going to bring jingly bells and all sorts, and I forgot everything.
Well,
I must try harder.
We've not even put tree up. I think it was too hot. I think all the needles have fallen off it.
Yeah. I don't think the trees would suffer it at the minute,
no,
would they?
maybe throughout the week you'll start to see our baubles popping up here and there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So keep an eye out for those. we'll try and sneak it in every now and again.
Also, there was no room actually, because if you take a little look, this entire set is filled with your download.
I can't even get out the way. There's that much of it.
So, in the grand scheme of things, we wanted to fill this entire wall, this entire set with each and every single piece of artwork that you will be getting in the brand new Christmas download. Now, we're going to talk to you, through all of the elements inside this collection. It is by far my most, when I just look at this, I instantly think of years gone by.
Yes,
it's
vintage.
Nostalgia, it's warmth, it's whimsical. It's when you look at Christmas and go, oh, I remember when. And those memories start to come back to you. And you celebrate all of that, not only in your craft, but then all around you, because you get to use it for everything.
Because it's timeless, isn't it?
It's completely
absolutely timeless. It's just beautiful.
This is the thing, and I'm a sucker for a traditional Christmas. I love to, create those memories, and I know a lot of you do as well. But if you do want to have contemporary, different stylized Christmas, don't worry, this is all JPEG, so you can take it into Minecraft Studio, and you can manipulate the colours, the style, and composition of, all aspects of this kit. But this is the launch hour. We know you have been shopping ahead for it this morning. Loads of you have already been on the website popping it into your basket, so congratulations if you have done so. We're in the very fortunate position though today that we are sharing it with you as a download. So really, anybody, get it in your basket now, and then you can craft it at the same time as us.
It really is stunning. So let's go through what that download has got on it.
Well, there's actually 60 designs in total. Now, when you look at this wall here and you see all of these, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, watch this. There is also more, okay? It is massive, all right? Now, we go through scenes, landscapes, portraits, florals. You also inside here have the figures of Christmas themselves. You've got that warmth and nostalgic element within here. Now, there's 60 designs altogether in total. This means you have got that wonderful sepia tone, the knocked back colours of when you get the Christmas trimming box out every year and you get that smell. You get the smell of the tinsel, and it's that wonderful warmth that you just love every single time throughout the year. Now, we share with you Christmas at this time of year, on the hottest day of the year. And the reason why we're doing that is because then you can get crafting for Christmas. So you get it all prepared, get it all ready. But as you go through here, you'll start to see within the scenes, the compositions change. So it means you've got places to put your stencil in. There's areas for your foiling inside here. You look at an image like this, the script, there's texture. They're all designed as rice papers. Now, even one of my favourite parts of the whole collection right up here towards the top is our Father Christmas in his traditional original green colour. How cool is that?
It's beautiful.
Totally different. And we have done for you Christmas in a traditional form previously, but this is all brand new, okay? These images are not from the archive. This is a brand new download today. And everything inside here that you're seeing, you can utilise on your giftware. So think about your boxes, your cards. Think about going onto glassware, onto plates, onto tags, onto, all of your cards. Whether you want to do something that's incredibly elaborate like this, which just has a touch of sparkle to it, or maybe you're thinking of giftables and you're going to make and sell with all of this. Look at that glass plate, isn't that gorgeous?
It really is. They become heirlooms, don't they, when you make something like this?
That's really important to touch on, that this does feel like that heirloom style collection. Now, in there again, you can see this is where it first starts. You've got the Christmas tree, you've got overlaid elements. And it doesn't ever end with this, because you can print any size onto any surface. Now, they're designed as rice papers, but you can print onto, acetate, fabric. It could be onto your papers, your favourite cardstocks. It could also be onto things like your shrink plastic or onto your sticker sheets. You've got all of that to look forward to in here, because the price is just ridiculous.
It is. So shall we share that with everybody? It's already on the screen that you can see. All of this is coming to you, shop download for $24.99. And even though it's a brand new launch for you today, we've already given you discounts, which is just amazing. So we've brought that down for you. So it is in the studio, Winter Heirlooms rice paper download. But look at this. These are projects. They're your cards, it's your gift giving, it's your making your decorations for Christmas. I love the fact that on some of these, you could actually do the gift giving, do a card, and it's a bauble, so they take that bauble off and then keep it and pop it on the tree every year, which is just wonderful. And it doesn't matter, this is quite a traditional red, gold and green standard colour. But of course you can change that. So if all of your colouring in your house is pinks or blues or whatever it is this year, and you like to swap it up every year, you can actually do that. Now this is a favourite. Look at that, to be able to do that as gift giving. Isn't that just beautiful.
Well, what you're looking at here as well is one of the tote bags, and we do have these on the show, but what we also have for you, of course, is that full download available. That shop download, $24.99. It has been bought down as well for the show, so you've got a show price special on that one, so buy it, of course, today. Get that amazing deal, because it's going to be less at checkout for you.
It is.
But what we've also done, and this was one of the hardest things ever, okay? Well, I say it was one of the trickiest things to do, which was selecting 12 designs from the main download as physical printed ones in A3.
Narrowing all that down to the 12.
To the 12. Well, this is it. You've got 2 sets of 6s here individually. And within these sets of 6, I think that one might be the first one, I believe.
Underneath
there, yes. So with this one here for you, you've got 6 A3 papers. All right. So we're starting off with the one, that's the one with the big Christmas tree in there. So that one's Shop Winter, and that's $24.99. Now, 6 A3 designs you're getting there. You can pay anywhere from $8.99, $5.99 for one single A3 printed piece of rice paper. Now, these are colour fast as well, which means that you can use them on fabrics and they're machine washable. They're weatherproof. You can also use them as well on glassware, and they're dishwasher safe. You name it, you can do everything that you want to with these. You can even foil them as well with all your different mediums. Aren't they incredible though?
They are
look
stunning.
at the design inside here. So you've got on this one, you've got the train. So you can see the Christmas train inside here, perfect for a kid's toy box.
But look in the background. You've got a map. You've got all these other pieces and elements that you've just got little pieces of something. Absolutely gorgeous, stunningly beautiful designs. That one is Shop Winter. Then we're going to go on to the next one. So that's your first 6. The second 6 is Shop Noel.
Oh, no.
And I can't pick between, I haven't got a favourite.
No, I have to, I mean, this is the thing. When I said we were narrowing it down from 60 to 12, it was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make. But what I did, and the reason why I chose the ones that we've got, is because there was a focal point to every single one. So you've got your stocking here, which would look great on a Santa sack, or even maybe a tote bag, or maybe these are going to be framed. I mean, artwork changes throughout the year.
Pieces of artwork.
Pieces of artwork as their own. And again, you can make and sell with all of this.
Print them smaller. When you've got the download, you can print this, and that's a card front.
Yes, it is.
Straight away, 7x5 card front, batten layer it, put a sentiment on it, done. Love the teddy bear, David.
Oh, isn't he cute? He's absolutely adorable. On fabrics, on a cushion front, he's going to look amazing.
He is going to look stunning.
All of your Christmas wear, you've now got with rice papers.
Love him. And then the last one, Christmas isn't Christmas without a snowman.
Well, you can see here who's used from the download. And he's here on the A3 as well, which means you've got the options to have him in any size that you want, but then you can also go for your pre-printed ones. Now, we were asked a few questions during the week in the upcoming days to this show, and that was, and I answered a few of them as well that I saw, was, I don't really like to print so much my designs at home. Have you got rice paper on the show? So that's when the A3s were born for the Christmas show, should I say. Father Christmas himself, that's like the main image that had to be printed out.
And
I think it's wonderful.
Look at his red rosy cheeks.
Yeah,
very, very much, which is one of those just beautiful, beautiful traditional Santas. On a lap tray.
Maybe you can have the tray that the milk and cookies out for Christmas.
Absolutely
Christmas Eve.
stunning.
You've got your poinsettias on here as well. Real striking image. And the reason again why this one was chosen is you can actually cut around the whole floral section, and that on its own could be going onto glassware without the background.
And then right at the bottom, we've got an angel.
Yeah.
And again, with that, again, layers and layers and layers. So if you come a little bit closer and you see what's happened with the rice paper, we've gone with the texture in the background. Then the next layer is going to be the script, but then some of the script has been faded back. Then we've gone with the foliage, and then again, layer upon layer. We've got more foliage here, and then finally, on top, the main focal image, which is that beautiful, absolutely stunning angel.
Isn't she gorgeous?
She is.
Even the waves in her hair, whether the way it's dressed, the wings, everything about this image, it's quite ethereal at the same time, isn't it?
The detail is beautiful. Look at all, even down to having the shading and the shadow in the folds of her skirts, which is fantastic. So that one is Shop Noel, and again, $24.99, but remember that's an additional 6 images, so there's no transfer, no duplication of the images on these. So it's Shop Noel for these ones if you're wanting the Father Christmas images, and then the first one, the first set that we showed you, is Shop Winter. Okay, and if you get both, that's giving you 12 individual separate images on A3. already printed for you. So it's really easy. You just get them home and start crafting.
Well, yeah, because you can get them in a bundle together. So if you're going to go for them all together as one, that means you're going to get all of those images at a greater price, which means you're only paying like $19.99 for 6 instead.
Amazing.
So I would suggest going for the bundle if you want to go for both of those together. But by far, of course, what we expected to be most popular is that download itself, because what it means having a download is that you can take any one of these designs, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be for mixed media. And I think as well, Rice Paper has this continued almost sort of slot that it falls into, and it's within as a crafter as myself, it's okay, mixed media, I need X, Y, Z to be able to build all of this. You don't, honestly. These could be 6x6 card shapes. They could be 8x8s. They could be your toppers. They could be anything you want to. It's entirely up to you where you want to take them. But again, remember, you can dress them in any way that you want. Yeah. We do also have the launch of a few more Cadence items on the show as well. I'm going to show you all of these in action at demo as well. But we've got some really exciting bits. And this is the first time you've seen these ever here on our Christmas hour.
So these are sparkle varnish. How about that? That's a bit special, isn't it? So we've got silver and gold sparkle, which is amazing. Are these open, David? Can I do, or are you going to...
I've got some at demo that we can have a little splash with. And basically what this is a varnish that's mixed with, it's this fully suspended mixture of silver in the first one. And then your second one, of course, is gold. And it's a mica powder, okay? So you can use these to glaze onto the top of your rice papers. You can use them onto your glassware. You can use them onto a whole host of surfaces that give you that wonderful glossy finish with also the built-in colorization, and they are unbelievable. As I said, they are brand new, launching here today on this show. I know it might be quite a surprise for some of you, but again, this is your time to get them. And these painted on top of those rice papers look wonderful because it soaks in but leaves behind just that little sparkle. And it's great as well if you just want to add a little subtle touch, but you can do multiple layers if you want. So these ones, they have like a satin finish to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not the same as the Aquastone, it's like a mid-sheen.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got our heat transfer medium, and you've seen David use this before. This is fantastic. So if you're wanting to do something like this that's on the bag, look what you can be creating. Isn't that stunning?
So this is your heat transfer medium. This sold out the first time we bought you this here from Cadence, and it's a gel formula. You can apply it through a stencil with a brush or with a palette knife, and basically once it's drying on fully translucent, which takes around about 15 to 20 minutes, you then put your craft foils on top of it, iron it, and it will transfer in those areas, and it's machine washable. So it means you can have foiled transfers on top of your papers and everyday fabrics.
Yep. Shall we show them in action?
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on, let's move over to demo. Can I bring my chair with me? Can I?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I'm going to bring my chair so I can sit comfortable. Now, you've had a couple of sneak peeks. You saw the lovely Stephanie first thing this morning using this on the sublimation and popping it onto mugs, I believe, this morning. First thing, was it not?
The papers, yes.
Yes. And then you saw us a moment ago, Miss David and myself, doing a little bit of foiling onto this. Well, David did the foiling, I just sat in the background. And now we're going onto the rice papers again, but aren't these just gorgeous?
Absolutely. We've got the tablet as well. No doubt got lots of comments coming through, but let us know
everybody.
We are going to play Pictionary as well during the show as well.
Well, I didn't know that. Whose idea? Set me up.
Oh, yeah. It's Christmas themed. It's Christmas themed as well.
Great. Baubles, mine, yeah.
Can't tell everyone because they've got to guess.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, everybody. You lovely lot. We've got Maria Bowen. Oh, we've got a question.
Oh, lovely.
Well, actually, she's put lots of Q's, so I'm going to say that means question. I printed off some of the Flutter Through lace downloads over the weekend onto sticker sheets via MCS. I couldn't find any option in the change print quality in the print option, so they came out a bit blurry. They should be there. You should be able to change your printer options.
Yeah, absolutely. When you go,
you might have to go to format.
Yeah, when you go to your printer settings, there should be a more settings option or properties for your printer, and you usually have a few tabs across the top. Now, it depends what brand of printer you've got. They're all different, but there should be an option to change for you the paper that you're printing onto, whether it's a photo, a glossy one. There is a whole host of different surfaces. I think there's about 12 different varieties on the one that we've got, and ours is just a bog standard supermarket bought printer. But it should be on. Different settings should be on there. Okay, but give us an email at help@highlight if you're still struggling with it.
Because as we do tell you, it isn't the printer, It's the material that you're printing onto that makes the difference, okay? So a few hellos, David. Oh. We've got Maureen.
Hi,
We've
Maureen.
got Ria. Hello. Mrs. H999, she's here. Got Catherine. Morning, Kath.
Good morning,
Our
everybody.
DT, Kath.
Oh, good. Oh, Kath, your projects have been absolutely beautiful. For this
yeah,
collection.
When they came in, it was like, ooh. It was just like opening Christmas. Christine, we've got Alison, Laura, Maria, Tracy, Anne, Charlene, Daphne, Janet, Carol, Faye, Joe. Oh, I Like Crafts is on here as well, apparently.
Oh,
our lovely Hannah. Morning, Hannah. Hope you're all right, darling. We've got our Faye, Jane. Oh, Anna again. Oh, she's all over this, look. So thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Hannah is
Amber. It's you, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
You're in the comments. She's in disguise, incognito. So thank you. Can we introduce the team as well, David? Because we've got yourself and me, but we've got our lovely Emily on camera. Send Emily a little bit of love. Good morning, darlings. We've got Amber in the corner, pressing all the buttons and the jiggery pokery. And we've got a guest in the room at the moment. We've got our lovely Lily, who's joining us. Just shout a big hello. Hello. There you go. So we've got our lovely Lily with us as well. So you'll see her shortly. Don't worry. So we'll move on to the demos now. I just wanted to say hello to everybody.
Yeah, it's nice to introduce everybody.
Because you're all out there watching.
Right. So with your pre-printed papers, you can do this with the ones that you have from your printer at home. So whether you've printed some off straight away, you can use it with this, or you can use it on the ones that are already printed for you. So from your download or from the big designs. But I'm showing with you on this large one, so it's easier for you to see at home all of the detail. So with your heat transfer medium, I'm getting a small amount on the tip of my brush, and all I'm doing is going over the areas of the rice paper I want to foil and pick out the accents. So I'm just painting the heat transfer medium all over like this. Now, it doesn't have to be a thick layer. It can be nice and thin, but when you're using a palette knife, you want to get an evenly smooth layer, okay? So you can see where I've gone over just there, like this. I've then actually gone round and picked out detail in a lot of the decorations elements. So I'm doing all the berries at the moment, because whilst these are drying, we can then foil the bit I've already got dry. Now, once you've picked out any detail with this medium, okay, and it's only $9.99 for this. It's an incredible price. I mean, if you've not yet tried it, please give it a go. You will absolutely love this stuff. And as I said, we thought we had an absolute shipload come through when we first launched the show. There was loads of it.
Wasn't sure what you were going to say then, David.
There was lots of it.
On the boat, there was a big boat full.
A ship.
With a P.
Yes.
I don't know what it's saying underneath
you know what? I
in the
wouldn't have
comments.
thought of a single thing. And it all disappeared straight away. And you know what? The creations I've seen that you've crafted with this are amazing. So then what we're going to do is I've got a glass mat here. And you can see I've actually gone around and done the exact same here, just on this ribbon. And what you want to do is dry it. So you can dry it with a hairdryer, okay? And that will take around about 3 to 5 minutes. But then if you leave it at room temperature to dry, it's going to take anywhere between, I'm going to say, about 15 to 20 minutes. Or if it's cool in your house or in the room you're crafting in, about half an hour. So you just want to leave it for that amount of time. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our foils. We've got these on the show. We did also have them together this morning, didn't we? And you're going to take it over the top of the design, okay, like this. Smooth it down and put a piece of kitchen towel, or in this case, blue roll, over the top. Now, you're also going to take an iron for this. You can use your heat press if you've bought that already from one of our shows, or, of course, I'm using this iron. I've got it on a cooler cotton setting, so it's not the higher end of the cotton. And you're just going to gently iron over the top, okay? Now, as it's starting to heat through, in areas where you've got that foil, it will start to gently adhere to it. So you're going to keep going over, and it only takes around 15 to 20 seconds to work. On some heavier weight fabrics, you want to leave it just a little bit longer. Here we go. And if you get any, of course, transfer in other areas, you just use a brush and it just wafts off, okay? Look at this, it is amazing. I've also ironed my tissue to smooth a bit, but that's fine. So, look at this. So we're getting ultra fine detailing on here now. Look at that bow.
Oh, that's a bit special.
How beautiful is that? And that is now gilded. So what I did on this one here, one of our larger papers, I've actually gone on and I've gone through a stencil. Now these stencils are on the show. This here is one of our snowfall stencils. and I actually pasted it through each and every time. So if I just grab a paper here as an example for what I did. So let's use, I'm going to show you this one first before I do anything else, because I've also got that one ready to go. So we're going to go through all the items on the counter as well that we've got for you, because I'm using quite a few bits we've not yet covered yet, but we will go back and have a little look.
The lovely Amber will be putting it up at the side. So just briefly, as you can see on the screen at the moment, we've got Shop Icon. Those are your Craft Master Iconic Stencils A5 set, and there are four in that set for £8.50. Again, when you see the reduction and you're saving on these already, it is brilliant.
Honestly, I love doing this so much. Okay,
oh.
So I've gone around with a really fine paintbrush on here with that heat transfer medium, so it bonds to it. Oh my goodness.
I'm having to watch the screen to see the reveal.
Look at that. Now that poinsettia in the centre is beautifully foiled in red, okay? Now that's what this heat transfer medium does for you. It actually provides you with a carrier for that heat transfer foil. Now that means that once this is adhered on here and you've decoupaged it to the fabric or your chosen surface, it is machine washable and waterproof. So when you're using your particular glues, which we do have on the show as well, you're going to stick it down and go over the top of it. But that is just, well, it's immaculate, isn't it?
It's stunning.
It
looks like it's been manufactured. Okay?
It does,
and these are the things, you're going to do this at home, in your own home. You have now got the ability to create just stunningly beautiful projects. And again, make and sell, use them as your gifts, create heirlooms, do your home decor, do your Christmas, it doesn't matter what it is, it's amazing. So the new download is Shop Bundle for the rice, so the new download, Shop Download, okay, and you're getting all of that for £24.99. And then we do have the physical rice papers printed in A3 format. Now, the best way to actually purchase these is the bundle. Yeah. So Shop Bundle for this, and it's £39.99, and you are getting 6 in each set. So you're getting 12 A3 pre-printed rice papers that are just stunning, and there's no duplication, because so all 12 are going to be different. Absolutely amazing. So for that one, it's Shop Bundle.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm taping my stencil down. I'm not using stencil spray for this process, and there's a reason why. And the reason for that is when you're using the heat transfer medium and you've used stencil spray and you take this away, your rice paper will feel incredibly smooth. It won't feel tacky, but there's a bit of static that's created through tearing that off. Now, if you go straight in with your foils and press, you might get spot foiling from other areas. So if you use it without an adhesive, basically you get a much better result. Now, when I've been going through the stencils with the heat transfer medium, I don't necessarily do it in a way that's going to be complete full coverage in all areas, kind of like a little bit of a patch, because it creates more of a natural snowfall look. Yep. So I'm going to go in with the palette knife like this, and I'm going to glide in one particular direction, which is towards myself. Okay, there we are. So I'm dragging it through the stencil, just as you would do if you're using any mixed media paste. Clean it off like that, you'll create more, and then you can continue going. Remember, I've only got a few of these holes to fill, so it's going to go a very long way. So scrape off any of the excess. Anything left can go back inside the pot, okay? And you get 90 mils inside here. It's unbelievable stuff. It's white on appearance, it's clear when it's dry.
So already, everybody, thank you for shopping with us. It's lovely to have your company. 10% of Shop Heat is already in allocation. We knew it would fly because it is absolutely gorgeous and ridiculously easy to use. It couldn't be any easier. So you paint it on, let it dry, put your foil over the top, heat it up, Bob's your uncle. So that one is £9.99. And remember, for those of you that are members, that is only the starting price. When you go to checkout, that price will drop down for you.
I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? All those prices come down even further. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking the tape away, which I use as an anchor for this one, and then we can remove our stencil like this, and that has created for us our snowfall with that heat transfer medium in the skyline area of that design. And I quite like it just being in that open spot. Now you can go straight in with a hairdryer if you wanted to. Now rice paper will dry. It's okay, we'll get it later. Do you know what, I tried to anchor everything down It was like a big gust of wind on the beach and your towel goes. So you can give it a blast with a heat gun, hairdryer, I would recommend, and it will start to go clear and transparent, and that's going to take you anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So give it a dry, and then you will end up with this. Now you can see I repeated the process on both sides of the image here, and it goes quite glossy when it is set. So I think you can see it just there.
Oh, you can see where it is.
Towards the top, it's nice and glossy, okay? So we're going to add this to, of course, our heat transfer medium, to our foil. So I'm going to get some of our foil here, make sure it's the right size, and trim it off. Remember, all of these foils are on the show, and we suggest using these. Your toner foils won't work. It has to be either the Glow or the Intense or the Classic range, okay? There may be other foils out there that work with it. I'm not denying that, because some foils will work, but these are the ones that we have that we know do the job. So I'm going to put that directly over the top of here.
So we knew. So this is a new stock that we've got in for everybody. 20% of heat is already in allocation. Remember, it isn't yours until you check out. So if you don't want to miss out on actually getting this home, okay, please check out your baskets, because you don't want to miss on this. And how easy is this?
Now, with this one, because we used a palette knife, we've got a thicker, slightly thicker area of that heat transfer, which means now we're going to get a solid transfer. So as I take this away, look at that, okay? Look at that beautiful foiling that we're getting on the surface of that rice paper. It's just unbelievable. It happens in seconds. So again, I'm going to reapply my iron. In fact, I don't need to. Look at that, it's gone all over. And that is in now the top corner of that rice paper, all foiled. So we're going to do the other side now, and I'm actually going to use the same piece, okay? Because in most cases, all of it will have a different spot. And if any of it's relined up with an original one that's foiled, we'll just move the paper around again. You can keep going. So I'm going to lay this back over the top like that, smooth it down, piece of kitchen towel over the surface. And the reason why we use the kitchen towel is you just don't want to have direct contact with the iron and the foil, okay? It won't stick to it, but in some cases your iron may have gone up in temperature. Yeah. I know my iron at home has a dial here, and it's really sensitive, and sometimes when you pick it up you can turn it up full whack and you don't realise, and you're like, oh my goodness. And yeah, you've melted whatever it is you're doing. So just make sure to keep a bit of separation between the two layers. So I'm ironing all over. Oh, it's so easy. And this is on a cotton setting, okay? And I've got it on a glass mat. And then again.
Oh, David, look at that.
Look at this. Unbelievable. So I'm just looking at any areas that I think I might want to reapply. So I'm going to go here again. Put a little bit of kitchen towel that's in the exact same footprint area of the foil. Back up to those edges. And this will just reiterate and reinforce any of that foiling area. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That, at the top of that rice paper, looks immense. Now, that means you're creating a rice paper that would cost you in a shop anywhere from £3 to £6 to over 10, well, from 8 to 12.
Yeah, I'm going to say £12.99. That would be in a shop for foiled paper. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Now, the rice papers... Of course you can. There you go. Feel it.
This is new for me. I've not seen this one.
Oh, it's honest, Amanda. It's like luxury.
It feels, you know, like you've got your emboss. So you've done your embossing powder and it's raised and you can feel it. So this one, it was with the palette knife, wasn't it?
It was.
This is very much like that embossing, but I don't know any embossing powders that are that shiny.
Oh no!
It's literally
it's like
gilded,
polished gilding foil on top of there, and that is on the surface of every single one of your rice papers, with or without a stencil. So let's have a look at it again, and we're going to use.
More. This is exciting.
We're going to do this one, and then if you want to, after we've done this, then we can show the other bits and bobs we've got on the show, and then I can do some different things for you. Okay? Right. So I've actually gone through a stencil again, and I'm going to go through the same stencil a little bit later on. This is one of our ones that we've printed, A4, just on our printer, on our inkjet standards, on our printable rice paper that we've got here for you on the show. And I've gone through my stencil design. I'm going to put my rice paper down, and then it's all over this area. So we need to select a colour to use. Now, I've used gold and red already. Should we go for something a bit different?
Yes, please.
Should we use green? Let's use green, shall we? So I'm going to trim off some of the green foil. See, we were using this one this morning, but that's fine. Still go for it.
And again, there's no waste with this heat foil, with the hot foil. And anything that if you've got any gaps on your foil left over from doing this, you can just save it and use it with your foiling pen.
Oh, of course you can, absolutely. And as well, just to let you know, it will be fully transparent when it's dry and it'll be glossy. It will also be sticky. So when you're smoothing your foil down onto it, it actually holds it in place for you. And I really like that about it. It really does help you along the way. So I'm just grabbing some kitchen towel just down here. Oh, don't need all that.
There's a lot there.
Oh my goodness. Is the roll gone AWOL?
Is it rolling around on the floor? We've got.
It's like a drum. It's massive.
It's disappeared.
Right. Okay.
So let's have a look. Okay. So Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Ask as many questions as you want, my darling. So Maria says, another question. But once you put the rice paper onto clothes with the foiling, what do you seal it with to enable it can go through the washing machine, or is it hand wash only?
So you want to use, that's a great question. If you want to use your rice papers onto fabric, you're going to use your Cadence fabric decoupage glue. It comes in the Magic Bond and Seal kit. If you've not already got that, we have the fabric glue individually for you on the show, which is your fabric decoupage at 120mm. You're going to, and I'm going to show you how to do this during one of the demos in this 2 hours that we've got. You're going to actually adhere the rice paper to the fabric, and then once you've dried that, you're going to go back over the top of it with another layer of the glue to fully seal all of it in, and I will show you exactly how to do that to get a hand washable and machine washable finish.
Yep.
So it's both. So what I'm going to do...
Thank you for your question,
Yeah,
darling.
absolutely, thank you. Iron over like this. Then you want to peel it off when it's cool. So this area of my mat is a little bit cooler, so that's going to cool that down. And then...
What?
Look at that.
Wow.
That, and the shimmer and the shine that you get with this, it's completely different to anything else I've ever used before. And that foiling with that brilliance, with that colour, that finish, it's just... It's gorgeous. It just looks amazing.
It is gorgeous. One thing that I will say, I was a little bit worried about it being a bit wrinkled, but now you've ironed it, it's flattened it out.
Oh yeah, it flattens it, like burnishes it to the surface, and it gives it that polished foiling. It looks like you've used gilding flake, which of course would come off, but with this, it's going to stay.
This is beautiful. Oh, we're going in with red.
So you smooth it down.
We're going opposite corner. Okay.
Absolutely, and then we're going to get our heat again. Again, only about 15 to 20 seconds, if that. In some cases, only 10 seconds. Make contact with the surface. There we are. And then let it cool. So take it to a cool area of your mat. Let all that heat absorb out. Look at that. It's just, it's beautiful.
Oh, David, that's stunning.
You get that wonderful foil, and then you've got it again here in a different colour. So whether you want to do different colours, mixing them together, but that together I just think looks, well, you completely change that rice paper in quite literally seconds. Seconds.
Absolutely seconds. So Shop Intense is currently on the screen because we do have the alternate colours. So the Intense, I think, is where you're going to get the Christmas red and the Christmas green from. So it's $14.99 for those. We've got Shop Glow. Now the Glow is where you're going to get the rainbow, etc. That's that in that one, and that beautiful pink. Excuse me.
Excuse you.
And then the final one that we're bringing to you is the Classic, which again is stunning. Have we got that on the show?
So should we go through and have a little look at some of the bits, and then we'll come back?
Please.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Let's do it.
I'm just going to clear all your stuff up, David. So
thank you.
Move your foot.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
I'm a bit cramped in this corner today. I do apologise, everybody.
So, the download. This is what you can see behind us. We've got a wall full of beautiful, beautiful rice papers. And again, I'm not going to touch it because me being a small person, I'll knock it all off. So David, it's there.
There you go.
He's already lifted it off for me. Here's one we made earlier.
So there's 10 on each one of these boards.
Really?
Yeah, there's 60 boards, 6 boards in total. If you want to come round and have a little look inside here, you can see all of the detail again. Now the download has been incredibly popular, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Because you've got this forever then now. And of course, it's no longer a consumable. It's something you can use every Christmas, every year. As we evolve with Christmas and create new designs for you, you can mix them all together. Now, it's just one of those as well that, as you said, Amanda, it's timeless.
It is timeless. Absolutely timeless.
And look at the teddy bear here as well. You've got that wonderful, almost like Victoriana style imagery on here as well.
He's like the Stein bears, isn't he?
Look at that bauble. Look how gorgeous that is. They are incredible. And you've got all the script inside here. You've got the snowman with the scarf on it. you've got everything to tie up Christmas all together in one place. Now you can also use your dies inside here too, and you can see how die cutting with all, of course, your mats and layers, everything included, is going to give you a fabulous effect. So if you want to use these papers for inserts, use them to make gift bags, have wall decorations at home.
Gift bags.
Gift
Look
bags
at that one up there.
I know, isn't it wonderful? So cute. And these, I mean, for me, this is the style of Christmas that I just love. It's I collect all of the oldie worldy decorations. They're filled with memories. They're filled with timeless memories that, of course, just stay with you and come out every single year. But you can do it with all of these papers. I mean, the colours as well are really soft and gentle.
Love that Father Christmas.
And we wanted to give you the reds, the greens, the golds. And then when you go into these ones here, they're a little bit different with the poinsettias. You've got different gradients of colour inside here, but then look how this bauble almost looks three-dimensional with the mirror on top of it.
It does. It actually looks like it's already foiled and gilded. It's stunning.
So they are speciality designs, speciality papers. You've even got ones where there's hot chocolates all together. Like this one here, you've got hot chocolates with marshmallows all tumbling out. Imagine these on your sublimation mugs. Imagine doing all of your sublimation designs on here, and you can literally put them onto all of the, use your mug press, use your fabrics, your mouse mats, all those different things with Christmas, for Christmas, would look unbelievable. Now, we do have lots of other items on the show for you as well. So what we're going to do is go through a few of those. Do you want to grab a drink and I'll go through some bits?
I think Amber's just grabbing me a drink.
Okay. If you want to go grab a drink, I can share with everybody a few bits and then I'll meet you back at demo if you like. So, what we've got for you, and a quick recap, is that download. Now, 60 designs in total for you are going to be coming on one download. And you know what, everybody? It's £24.99. £24.99 for 60 brand new designs launching here today. We were looking this morning, so many of you have been shopping ahead, and I'm so glad you have, because you've probably at home already experienced the true beauty of these designs in person. It should be £29.99. We brought it right down for you to £24.99, so you've got a great saving for the show price. As mentioned previously as well, we do have the pre-printed papers for you. These are in A3 scale. We've chosen elements from the main collection, actually blew them up into A3 size, and you're going to get 6 in each one of these bundles. Now, we're starting off with Shop Winter. It is again £24.99. You've got the robins, you've got the little train on here as well. You've also got the stack of presents. Along with that, in this bundle, you do also have the traditional Christmas tree, which I think had to go in there because, again, it's just all centred around the day, the presents. Like wonderful, isn't it? With all the big bows on there. You've then got the baubles with all the ribbons on. This is the one we were foiling earlier. And then you've got a lovely, almost crescent wreath.
Rose.
Yeah, Christmas rose wreath on a brickwork setting. It looks absolutely stunning. Now, that's your first bundle of 6. That one there is Shop Winter for you at £24.99. And then your next set is, for this one, is again £24.99. It's Shop Noel. You've got the wonderful poinsettias on there, really taking over the design, which looks spectacular. You've got the traditional Jolly Father Christmas there with his red rosy cheeks.
I love how lovely his face is.
Yeah.
Because you don't get all Father Christmases that are such a lovely, rounded, jolly face.
Well, I think it can be quite tricky sometimes to get it right, and it's
gorgeous.
spot on with this. And then we've got the wonderful Majestic Angel. That's the first set of 3 in your Noel bundle. And then we've got the stocking. We've got the boot here, the Christmas boot, with the flowers and the presents and all the embellishments tumbling out from the top. And then around here where you've got all the snow wrapped around it. It's just a whole design together. It's fabulous. You then have the teddy bear, and then rounding off one of my favourites, the snowman. He's super cute. He really, really is. Every part of this collection is just special.
It is very special.
It's really, really special. And I think everybody is going to feel the exact same way as the design team and ourselves here at Highlight Crafts House through seeing these designs come together. Is just that instant excitement to get crafting for Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to make storage boxes? Look at what Kath made. So I'm going to share this with you.
It's beautiful.
This may be a present box. Maybe it's going to be something that's going to be a giftable, but that underneath the Christmas tree.
That's an heirloom, isn't it?
It is. That's where you keep your proper fancy decorations in there.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, that is something that even if you do it as a gift, it's absolutely not just going to be, but disposed of. You're going to keep that and get that out year after year. So even though you're gift giving in it, that is then going to become a decoration that goes under the tree all the time.
It is.
Just incredibly beautiful artwork. When we saw this, we're very lucky, aren't we, that when we bring things down like this and they're designed and we get to see everything, we're a little bit of squealing going off when we saw this because we all fell in love with it instantly, and I hope you can see why. So one of the things that's absolutely flying, it did last time we brought it to you, is shop heat, and it's that super simple, absolutely ridiculously easy way of adding foil. It's just you paste through with a stencil, using it or freehand, however you want to use it, and then you apply your foil over the top once it's dry and had heat like you saw David. That is already 40% in allocation.
I can see why. I mean,
It's
for a 90 ml
beautiful.
pot, it's only $9.99. It's at a great price. It's from Cadence. You know that Cadence know what they're doing when it comes to mediums, heat transfer, paints and special effects. It is a completely opaque medium to start with when it's in its wet state. And then, of course, once you've applied it to the surface, whether that be fabric, whether it's t-shirts, whether it's rice papers, anything that you're going to apply this to, once it's then dry, after at room temperature, set in naturally around 20 minutes to half an hour, or with a hairdryer a couple of minutes, you can then see it in its transparent state and foil. Now just use a heat on the iron that's then of course appropriate to the surface you're ironing onto. With rice paper, I always suggest to go for cotton because it's made from the cotton plant. And then it's going to give you the perfect adhesion with your foiling, and it basically just completely changes whatever you're crafting.
It's beautiful.
Whether it's dressmaking, whether it's going to be onto garments you already got. Rice papers, you can use it onto cardstock as well. It doesn't have to be fabric, but it's a heat transfer medium that means that any foil that you've got that's a heat transferable foil, not a toner foil, should work through your heat transfer. We've got the foils on the show.
So the foils are Shop Intense, and that one is where you're going to find your Christmas green and red, which is just gorgeous. Then we've got Shop Glow, and in that one you've got your rainbows, etc., which is I just love these. You've got again more of a classic combination on this side. So you've got your gold, your silver, your brush gold, your rose gold, and that stunning pink.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite colours.
It's an amazing colour.
It is beautiful. So those are your two sets of foils that we have on the show. Now, other things that we have on the show, of course, we've brought you a rice paper download. We've got the rice papers for you to print onto.
Absolutely. So this here for you is a Craftmaster substrate. It's one that we share with you quite often here on our shows, but especially when we've got a download for rice paper, this is really important to add to your basket. Now, you're going to get 20 A4 sheets in total. You print on either side, it doesn't make a difference. It's incredibly smooth as well. Now, with some rice papers, they can almost transcend into what we call a sumi paper, where it's almost like a tissue and then you get lots of slumps in it, okay? Which we don't want. Now, with this, it's incredibly refined and smooth. It's the same paper that we print on for you. So you know you're getting quality assured with this. For $12.99 for 20 A4 sheets is a brilliant price because you don't have to just print these. You can print photographs, anything that you want to transfer onto those home furnishings or your giftables.
So we have got, this is launching, isn't it? These are our launch. This is the gold and the silver, okay?
Yes.
So this is Shop Silver, is this one, $7.99. Silver Sparkle Varnish, which is incredible. And then I'm going to say Shop Gold.
You could be right. You could be right. But $7.99 for a varnish. Now, these are both 70 ml, okay? So same price for each one of them. This one here is Shop Gold, $7.99. It's 70 ml of varnish. Now, you can use this over the top of rice papers, onto the top of ceramics, glassware. You can use it onto a whole host of surfaces. It will dry clear and leave a satin finish behind, but it'll also leave all of the mica. So what it does is it locks that mica in place. And essentially, it's like you're painting with a pre-mixed shake and gilt, okay? But it gives you a glaze at the same time. So you're not only getting that shimmery coverage, you're getting a sealed-in finish too. And that makes a difference to a project. It actually makes a difference when the light's casting on it from a different direction. These are absolutely flying though. The silver and the gold are both at 25% in allocation. So a quarter of the stock is already on its way out. Please don't miss out on it. It's launching here on our Christmas show. If and when we do get some more in, of course, it may be later on in the year, but this is our Christmas week. So you're going to see items popping up here, there and everywhere. And we know lots of you have been waiting in anticipation for the new Cadence products. There is a few more to come.
There are.
But this is the start of it, okay?
And I love that I'm going to say, because there's 25% of it gone on both of them, that you're buying them together.
Yes. I would say so,
which
indeed.
Which is brilliant. Have we got? Are you going to do a little demo of that?
Absolutely, indeed. Yeah,
right,
we've got
lovely.
2 hours today.
Have we?
Pictionary, should we do it?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Amanda, you're going to believe in me. You're going to believe in me. Right, okay,
So are we on the whiteboard?
This is the Pictionary destination zone. So if you'd like to take to centre stage there, Amanda. So the way that this works, everybody, is that you at home are going to be watching what Amanda draws. Now, she's going to have about 30 seconds to draw exactly what Amber tells her to. And all you need to do in the comments is type in what you think Amanda is drawing, okay? So she's going to start in just a few seconds' time, and the second she's revealed what she has to draw, start putting into the comments. You could put anything, but eventually you'll start to see a lot of people putting the same thing, and that most likely will be the right answer. So,
if I can draw it, of course, and she's not stitched me up.
When are we going? Are we going to go 3, 2,
Give me
1.
an extra couple of seconds. You're having a laugh.
Right, so you've got to start drawing then, Amanda. What could it be? What are you drawing? Oh, what's that? What is that bit? Okay, we're going to give her a little bit longer than 30 seconds. Okay, I think I can start to see what that is. And it is going to be something festive themed as well, okay? So the Pictionary for today's show is themed around the Christmas season. So think Christmas. Maybe you love Christmas, or maybe you don't.
It isn't out of Star Wars.
What's that?
It's the...
Oh, sorry. Who is it? Oh, right. The time is up. Amanda, did you want to add any more bits to it?
Yeah.
Go on, you can have a few bonus bits.
Needs a little bit more detail.
Yeah, maybe a few more clues.
like a lion's head.
What's the top bit?
It's a top hat.
Oh, it's a top hat.
It's a top hat. It's Victoriana top hat.
Oh, okay. Was that a clue?
Yeah. Victoriana. It's a top hat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, Carol says need a better pen.
Thank you, Carol. The proper stitch me up with this. It's a film. There you go.
So is it?
And the
is it someone
do
that?
It.
Oh my God, why is that keep going on?
So, if everybody, this is so not chaotic. Do you want to go over any of your lines with a?
Oh wow. I don't like any of that.
Right, everybody. So we've got top hat, Christmas Carol. We've got Christmas Carol, but what's the character? That's all I'm going to say.
Who's this? Who's this here?
I'm going to say, and I'm going to join Amanda Young as well.
He looks like something off of. He looks like the character off of Tim. No.
He looks good.
No, what is it with the Nightmare Before Christmas? He looks like one of those characters.
Well, he looks
but
well.
It isn't. But Jack Skellington-ish. But the mayor of the town.
Oh, where his head spins round.
Yes, his head spins round.
That's not who that is.
But that isn't who it is.
A lot of people are saying Christmas Carol.
Who is the character within Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Who is the main person that goes on all these adventures with the ghosts?
There we go.
Oh, I could have just done that,
What's
shouldn't
happening
I?
next to it there? On the left, it looks like her husband.
This, on the left, is the door knocker that changes, it talks
Yeah.
to him.
Karen says it looks like my hubby. Is it Karen? I'm assuming husband isn't also watching.
Does he go around with a top hat?
I think people are getting it now.
Okay, that's a ghost. Right, everybody, you've had about 2 minutes, Amanda. You've way over
Oh,
time.
no, there's only 3 of them. There's not 4. There's just the 3 ghosts.
Oh, gosh, I don't think which bit's harder to read, the number or the... Right, everybody.
No, he needs that, don't you?
So we've
David
got lots
needs
of A
that.
Christmas Carol coming through, but as Amanda did say, it is the character from A Christmas Carol. Let us know in the comments. As soon as you've typed in the correct answer, and when I start to see some coming through, I will let you know, but then you will automatically be entered into the prize draw, okay? We do
Which
have
is
another
what?
one. Well, we're spinning the wheel.
Oh, we're spinning the wheel. Right, okay.
So we will we will also then be doing another one in about half an hour's time.
And now you know why I do the job that I do, and I don't do the graphics job and
I don't
design.
know, I reckon you get a good go. Amanda, I don't think I could have done anything differently.
You know?
Honestly, at all, no. Right, everybody.
You take a photo and we'll have it on a rice paper later.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, lovely.
Are you off diddling off?
I'm leaving, everybody. Well, I'm not leaving. I'm just going through there to do a bit more of a different job. But please check out your baskets.
I'm not going anywhere.
He's
Sorry.
not going anywhere. Unfortunately,
afraid.
he's staying. Because you all love David and he's got lots of demos. And I'm going to be watching because I've not seen this yet.
Yeah.
So So I'm going to put it on through there so I can see what happens with the gold and silver sparkle. Remember to check out your baskets, everybody. I'm going to go carry on doing that, and you'll see me in the hour after this with our lovely Mel, hopefully.
Thank you,
that she's
Amanda.
arrived. See you later.
All right, see you shortly.
Cheery Hoadley.
Carry on drawing. Right, everybody. Thank you to Amanda for joining us for the first hour of our Makeover Monday here, launching with our Christmas brand new rice paper designs. Right, I'm going to quickly whiz through a few more items that we do have on the show before we head back on over to demo, because I've still got lots to share with you. Something that we mentioned during the show was adhering those rice papers to different furniture, well, furnishings and surfaces. Well, we've got something perfect for you on the show, and this is the Magic Bond and Seal 5-piece kit. Now, within here, you're going to get 5 different adhesives to do 5 different jobs. One for fabric, one for glassware that's fully washable in the dishwasher. Also one that's matte, one that's glossy, and also an antiquing glue, which gives that wonderful heirloom finish, which I think is going to work very well for each and every one of these papers that you've got within that brand new download today. This is at a great price though, because for 5 adhesives, it is just £14.99. It's shop magic to go for that one. Remember as well, that price will come down further for you when you do get to check out and you're logged in as a Highlight Crafts Club member. If you want to go outside of the box and actually utilise some bigger bottles, we do have those as well. If fabric is something you're going to be crafting with this Christmas, then we've got the fabric decoupage glue in a 120ml bottle for you. It's just £8.99 on its own. It's twice the size as the one that comes inside here. It's a thick, creamy substance inside here, and basically what happens is it's got a rubberizer inside it, which makes it fully flexible, and it almost feels like vinyl once it's set, which gives you that complete moisture-resistant, water-repellent surface which you need when going onto things like canvas shoes, onto tote bags, onto denim jeans, whether it's going to be a leather jacket. It will go onto porous and, of course, slick surfaces as well. We do have the Aquastone varnish for you. This is in a 120ml bottle. This one here is your Aquastone, and it's fully water resistant as well, so you can use it inside and outside. So maybe you can have some wonderful Christmas decorations that you're going to be wanting to glaze and gloss to add that wonderful enamel coating to the top of. This here for you is going to do exactly that. It's just £14.49. It's 120ml in total. It's one of our favoured varnishes that we have within our stock here at Highlight Crafts, and it's always flying. Unfortunately, the big bottle has just sold out, but we do have the smaller varieties in for those of you who maybe want to give it a go, but you do get a lot of surface coverage from one bottle. Now, the stencils that you saw a little preview of over at Demo are these ones. Now, they are iconic Christmas stencils. You're going to get 4 A5s in total. It's shop icon, and it's just £8.50 for the 4 of them. I know, right? We're starting off here, and I'm going to lay them down for you so you can see the black image shining on through. Now, this here is these wonderful Christmas floral designs. Now, I was using different foils this morning with this particular design, and it looked absolutely tremendous. We've then got the snowflakes. All different ones, laid up in different areas. They look like they're cascading through literally a blizzard. But you could go through here with your heat transfer medium if you wanted to, and then use your foils on top. You could be going through here with, of course, that sparkle varnish. Maybe you're going to blend it through and create a fabulous dazzling display of snowflakes. But not only are you going to get those 2 inside here as well, you've also got an additional 2 A5 stencils. You've got your mixed festive stencil here as well with the snowflakes, with the sprigs of spruce. You've got the Christmas trees, the presents, the snowmen, the lot. And then one that I've used time and time again is the snowfall. This just creates that blizzard of snow fluttering through the sky, whether it's going to be over a scene, an image like I did with the Father Christmas paper. You've got the ability to do that with all 4 of these. Now, they're from Craftmaster. They're designed here in-house with our Mylar that you can use alongside the heat foil pen. So whether you're going to use your foil pen or you're going to be using different mediums to do it, you know that you can do. And you know what? They're £8.50 for a set of 4 fabulous festive stencils. Quickly to share with you a few other items before we get crafting. We have the wine boxes. Now, these are a wine bottle box. They come to you, of course, unpainted, just like this, and they look glorious when they're all finished and trimmed up with their papers and paints on. They've got the brass clasp at the front with the hinges as well. They also have a length of jute rope that's knotted and removable, just in the lid and the opening just there for you. They're all pre-sanded, finished and ready to go, so it means you can apply paint directly to the surface, or you can go on straight away with those rice papers. Now, these are going to work great, especially with those A3 designs, because you've got so much space to play with there, but you're actually going to get 2 in the bundle. They're £12.99. Oh my goodness, that price has come down. These, £12.99 for 2 of them is a fabulous gift. And do you know what? Christmas gifts, when they're handmade, it's personal. There's nothing more I would say one of the best things you can give somebody is your time, okay? And when you're actually gifting something that they can open and enjoy, but they've also got the actual outer casing to play with as well, that makes it even more special. So both of those shop box, $12.99. I've used these for my mum, for my grandfather. I've used them for loads of different family members, and they love them and they keep them and they get them out every year. But these are amazing. That there is $12.99 shop box for that. We do also have these. Now, you know how much I love a glass plate. Now, these glass plates are on the show for you. You actually get 2 inside this bundle. Now, the glass plates you can use along with rice paper, you can use your glass, you can use them along with your hybrids, glass paints, you can use them with all sorts of different things. It's shop dish for these, it's just £9.99. They're 33.5 by 17 centimetres, so they're our largest glass surface that we get to share with you here at Highlight Crafts. You can use them, of course, in the dishwasher, you can use them for hand washing. They look great for displaying just singular elements on, whether it's candles, potpourri, or something festive when you've got friends and family coming round. They dress a home or a room setting perfectly. We do also have the coasters. Now these coasters, you're going to get 6 in the holder. These are fabulous. Now they're a really soft wood as well, which makes them great not only for rice papering but for painting and stenciling. You can make 6 gifts here, but you could also make the perfect set for your home. When you've got family members coming around at Christmas, do you change your furnishings for Christmas as well? Is it cushion covers? Is it going to be accents around the room that you start to stylise in? Not just the trimmings on the tree. You can actually have items that you use in everyday situations with all the festive papers all over the top. Those here for you are shop coast at $9.99 for 6 of them and the holder. And then just lastly for you, we do have the Cadence Cut and Use foam pad. This is fundamental in not only painting but also adding your adhesives. I'm going to show you how you can use this alongside that fabric decoupage glue. It comes with a really dense side, so this is your solid side, which is your applicator. You can also use a heat gun on here and make it super soft once it absorbs all the heat, and you can press things into it like a die or embellishments, buttons, and create a stamp. You quite literally cut it up and use it in different sections. This is your paint applicator side, which will absorb and harbour paint, meaning you can then, of course, distribute it onto the surface, giving you a wonderful smooth finish without any brush strokes. It is just $5.99 though, however, for an A4 sheet. It's shop foam for that one. Just lastly, before I do go over, because we are now into our second hour, for those of you who have just joined, thank you so much for spending your time with us here at Highlight Crafts. It's wonderful to have your company. For those of you who don't know how to shop, I'm really quickly just going to recap it for you so everybody is in the loop. And for anyone who doesn't know, please do give us a shout out in the comments. So, we are streaming live on Facebook and Instagram, and there are 2 live shoppable social media platforms. In those platforms, of course, you can sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and there's also a comment section underneath the live stream. Now, that's where you can say hello, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you're from. But also in that comment section is where you need to pop in your shop code comments. Now, for every single item that we do have out on today's counter, we've got a code for it. So, for example, Shop Heat is the one that's on your screen right now. And if you wanted to go for that heat transfer medium, you would type Shop Heat into the comment section. Now, when you've done that, automatically, like magic, you will receive a direct message from us at Highlight Crafts. So within your inbox, where you message your family and friends, you'll see a message that says, this is your reservation, and you also have a link as well. Now, during or after the show, you can go to your messages and click on that link that we've sent you, and upon clicking it, it will then redirect you straight on over to the Highlight Crafts website. And when you get to the website, you will then see your basket filled with everything that you shopped ahead for during the show. So whether it's the download, whether it's the wine boxes, whatever you've shopped ahead for will be inside that basket, okay? Now, there's something really important that you also need to do, and that's before you press checkout is log into your Highlight Crafts account. That's really important because all the prices are going to come down because you get discounts with every single time you purchase and check out logged into your account. Also, when you spend £35 and over after your discounts have been deducted, you're also going to get free postage, which is even better. I know, right? What club offers that? Not one that I'm in, that's for sure. And then also as well, you're going to build up points every single time you purchase, and those points turn into pounds, and those pounds come off future purchases. So it's a win-win, and it's free to sign up. There's no subscription. You can cancel at any time, which means you're in a space to actually enjoy your shopping, learn along the way, and then just wait for your products to come to you. But the star of the show, and something that's launching today, is of course that download. So many of you have been popping this into your baskets right from midnight, right up and through till this show here today. This is your brand new Christmas winter heirloom collection. It's got 60 designs on there in total. It is a download, so it means there's no postage at all. So maybe if that is the only thing you're shopping for during this show, you can check out now and start crafting with it. It's as quick and as simple as that. Drag it into Minecraft Studio, change the colours. You'll no doubt see this collection on shows throughout the week as well, and we'll show it with you in a completely different light, doing different things with it. But 60 designs to play with there at your fingertips, meaning you've got festive forever, okay? And we're sharing it with you now so you can get your Christmas makes created, done and dusted, ready for December, when maybe you are going to sell them or go to your Christmas fairs, or just the fact that in Christmas itself, in December, it's an incredibly hectic and busy month, isn't it? And all of a sudden, before you know it, it's Christmas Eve. And when have you had time to get them all done? Well, now you can actually spread that load throughout the year and get them all ready and sorted and actually enjoy the process of making your Christmas cards. Maybe it's going to be some stocking fillers. Maybe it's going to be the stockings themselves, or some fabulous brand new Christmas Santa sacks for the grandchildren. You can use all of this with that. Right, okay, should we go back on over to demo and have a little look at how we apply that paper to some fabric? Now, it's really easy to do this. All you need is the fabric decoupage medium itself, okay, and we're going to be applying it to one of our tote bags. Now, the tote bags we do have on the show for you, it is Shop Tote, and it is, for those, you're going to get 5 of them inside there, and it's $12.99. Now, I'm going to grab the tote bag I'm going to be working with. You don't need to wash them before you add your glues to it. You can literally use it straight away. And what I've done with this A3 design from their printed selection is I've trimmed it down so I've got a pretty much, well, a border symmetrical either side and top to bottom. And he's going to be on here. So I'm going to do it this way around so you can see it. And we foiled him earlier on, didn't we? So we had our foil over the top. Now I'm going to pop my glass mat just down to the side, actually, because we don't need that out right now. Oh, Ethan as well. Just want to let you know, we've had a camera operative changeover. That iron's very hot, my love, so I don't want you to get too close to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this paper down. Now, there's a few things that are important. You're going to want a brush and you're going to want your cut and use foam. The reason why you want both of them is one is application, one's finishing. So we're going to take our glue and we're using our Cadence Fabric Decoupage glue. Alternatively, if you've gone for the Magic Bond and Seal kit, you'll have a smaller one of these inside that box, which will look exactly like this, okay? It'll look just like that. So it's the same medium inside this bottle as it is inside this bottle, okay? So whether you're going to go for the glue as the larger one or the box set, you know that you can still create this project. So I'm going to start by taking some of the glue to the top of the design, and I'm actually gluing it in an area that I know is going to be covered anyway, all right? So we're going to take a bead of glue across the top of the paper and it's going onto the back of the image, okay? Now we're going to start by using a brush. This is a well-loved brush, but it's going to go all over here. And you can see the consistency of this glue. It's much thicker. It's more of a gel-like medium, and that's because it's got that rubberizing compound in there, which gives it flexibility and that moisture-resistant aspect that we want. Now I'm going to spread this probably going about 2.5 to 3 inches down the page. And you want to make sure you're going over those edges, okay? All the way over the edges, like that. Have the glass plates sold out, Sophie? Oh, wow. Okay, everybody. Those glass dishes that we shared with you just a few minutes ago have now fully allocated, okay? So there's no more of those left. If they're in your basket, you really need to make sure you're checking out, otherwise somebody else can still get them, I'm afraid. Now that is then in place, okay? And with rice paper, don't be nervous. If it crumples up like that and it's, you know, it's all, don't worry, you can still straighten it out. Although it can sometimes feel quite fragile, you've still got quite a lot of, you know, maneuverability, should I say. It's very, very forgiving on the surface. Then you want to use your sponge. That's where this comes in, because we're going to push it down. And that pushes the paper into the fibres. Notice as well how I've not used a separation layer in this bag, so I've not put any card in there because it won't soak through, okay, because it's a thick glue. Now we're pushing this into the surface like that, okay, but look at how that foil is still coming through beautifully on the top, and that's all thanks to using that fabulous heat transfer medium, okay. That heat transfer medium allowed us to get that fabulous foiled finish on the top of this paper. So if you haven't done already, this has been incredibly busy. Over 40% of that is now already gone. It's literally been flying out. So then what we do is add our adhesive to the rest of our design, and we're going to work our way down as we do it. So it's nice and easy to do it in sections. So again, adding that glue, and we're going to work onto the paper, again brushing into the area that we're going to be covering. It just makes it much easier. And as well, if you do get glue on any other areas of your fabric where paper isn't going to be met, don't worry, you will not see it when it's dry, okay? It becomes completely transparent and soaks into the fibres. Also, before it's set, you can sponge it off if you wanted to. So then let's fold that section there down. Again, we're going to take some of our cut and use sponge. And the reason why I'm using the sponge opposed to using the brush back and forth at the moment is that if you'd printed yours on rice paper at home on an inkjet printer, and you've printed it off, left it a couple of seconds or a minute to dry, and then taken it to the surface. If you swish swash with a brush back and forth on the top of that print, you're going to really agitate the fibres, and they're going to go back and forth like that, and it could release some of the ink. So it's always best to go in with your sponge, pounce it down like this, give it a really good contact adhesion, okay? So those fibres are literally bonding to the surface of the paper. And then once that's set, go back over it with another layer of glue. Then you can use your brush because it's all dried. And when it dries, it locks the ink in with the glue as well. I know, it's proper cool. I love it. I love it for that. The fact that it really does hold your hand through the whole process. It's the best way to apply. Some of you at home may find that you do yours differently. That's totally fine. Do what works for you, okay? But this way, I find you get a really strong result. So I'm pasting this glue all over that paper, continuous back and forth. And also as well, when you are adding your glue to your papers, especially when it's printed on an inkjet printer at home, you don't want to spend too much time layering up, because the longer I'm doing this, the more time that paper is saturated with, of course, the glue, and you don't want to push any ink out of there. So right up to those edges, like when you wallpaper, and you want to make sure all of your edges are covered. Okay, so right up both sides. And there we've got all of that now glued. That can go right to the bottom, just smoothing that out. And then again, that sponge all the way around like this. There we go. Easily done, okay? And because we've added that foil, you can add stitching on top of this now. You could go in with your stencils, and you could add more foiling on. If you wanted to add a stencil over the top of the fabric and the rice paper, you could do that too, okay? There's lots of options in there. Then all you need to do is, once that's all pressed in, keep your brush on standby. You're going to give it a blast with your heat tool. Now, I always suggest to use a hairdryer. It's much more gentle on the surface. Sometimes an actual heat gun can put out far too much heat and it will almost scorch the surface, okay? And you don't need to do that. It's like when you cook some foods at too high a temperature, it spoils the flavour. It literally just needs a gentle breeze of warm air. Alternatively though, you can just let it dry naturally at room temperature, and it will take anywhere from like 20 minutes to half an hour to be fully dry. So once it's dry all over the surface like this, you can go back over then. I mean, something like this, I'm probably not going to be putting through the washing machine at any point in its life, okay? I'm going to be using this for gifting, so this is what I'm going to be popping gifts in, or it could be a Christmas shopper bag, which I think is wonderful because then nobody else will have one, unless you see somebody else who's bought the papers maybe. But you're the only person that's going to have one of these. Also as well, once it's then dry, flip it over and iron it on the back. So press it on the back on here to the temperature the fabric will take. And once that's then heat set, all of your rice paper is bonded to the surface, and then it becomes machine washable. So machine washable at 30 degrees. I would always suggest turning it inside out as well, especially if it's a t-shirt or a much softer fabric. And then you brush, go in the water after you've done the top coat. It's fabulous. It's such an easy concept. It's a really easy product to follow with. But shall we have a little look at that sparkle varnish? Because we have for you today launching two brand new mediums. Now these are from Cadence. These are our sparkle varnish. You get them in a silver and a gold. They're both individual. So Shop Silver for $7.99 is going to get you your silver one. And then also Shop Gold for $7.99 is going to get you your gold varnish. Now, if I grab some black card, you can see these at first glance out on the surface. And it's probably the clearest way to be able to portray the quality of these to you. Now, I have, and I'm really hoping this picks up on camera. If it doesn't, that's okay, because I've got another way to be able to share it. But on this boot here, can you see on the print where I've got this wonderful, I don't know if you can see it on there, you've got the glistening of mica. It's just singing and dancing on the surface, and it looks beautiful. That is this varnish, okay? As I said, our studio is very, very bright. But what I'm gonna do is give it a good shake when you get yours home, okay, with the lid on, okay? Give it a really good shake. You've got lots of mica suspended inside here. So we're gonna pop a little bit out here onto this card, and I'm gonna use a flat brush just to spread it evenly throughout here, okay, and this is just pure luxury. Now remember, it is a varnish as well, so it's all pre-mixed for you. You can stipple with it or use it with brush strokes. But if I just show you here, look at all of that shimmering sparkle and glitter inside that varnish. It's unbelievable. So let's dry this and show you what it looks like, because it dries relatively fast, okay. I've got a fairly decent layer added to this one, but let's just give this a quick dry. All right then. So as well, if you do want to use this out in the garden, you can do. It is fully weatherproof as well, I know, right? Fully waterproof, and if you do want to use it out in the garden, they would suggest using 2 coats, all right? So you dry it like this and then add a top coat to it. So let's go all the way around the edge, just like this. It is honestly beautiful stuff. And because it has a semi-matte finish to it, like a satin, the mica inside it as well goes really, really sparkly. So I'm just going to dry that on the surface there, and then we're going to paint it onto some of our rice papers while the next coat dries. There we go. So let's get some more of this out. It's going to pop a little bit here, and we're going to do an additional top coat on the surface. And this is where, oh, it just looks beautiful. When you're in person, you can see it until you get this home and just see. Can you see inside the tip of that brush all of the mica? I don't know if it'll focus that close, but you've got all of the mica inside there. It's unbelievable. There we are. It reminds me, I don't know if you've ever seen some cars when they've been sprayed with colours have this wonderful reflective sort of iridescence to them, and that's what you get with this. So I'm going to put it to one side, and we're going to paint it onto the surface of one of our rice papers. And rice paper, of course, it's adaptable with a whole host of different mediums, but when you're going on with this, we went on firstly with our heat transfer medium, which gave us that outline of the red foiling, like this. But then let's bring in some of our sparkle varnish. So I'm going to use some gold and silver in this project, because I think the gold will look nice on top of the leaves. So if you've ever got yours, and you can see there in the bottom, there's a little bit of mica still settled in there, give it a really good shake, okay? If you've had it sat on the shelf for a couple of weeks, why aren't you using it? But secondly, give it a good shake, all right? Really good shake. And if there's any in the bottom that you can't quite get to, take the biggest cocktail stick you can find, or in other words, a kebab skewer, and then take it into the base and just give it a good stir, just to kick up any areas in the bottom. That'll just agitate it enough so that when you next shake it, all of that should mix in, okay? Then just take any of that excess off. There we go, like that, back inside the bottle, not wasting any of it. I can go back in there. And then, one last little shake, like that, and then we can put it out onto our mat. There we are. So this one is our gold. Now you can see the gold mica in there already. It is gorgeous. So we're going to pick up some of this, paint it onto our darker areas of our paper, and it's just going to add that wonderful glossy highlight. And I love how this isn't too much. It's just the right amount of gloss, okay? And it's just the right amount of mica as well. It looks wonderful on glassware too, so we'll have to paint some on some glass. But look at those 2 petals now, opposed to the rest of them. You've now got that wonderful glossy finish, and it will dry relatively fast on the rice paper. But if I just grab some glassware, let's grab one of our glass plates. I know these have just sold out, but if you want to see it on glass, this is the best way to share it with you. So I'm going to pick up some of it there. Here we go. And let's paint it all onto the back of here, like this, picking it up. And you can now start to see that mica in there is just absolutely beautiful. And it adds just a subtle hint of sparkle every time you're working with it. So if I try and catch this in the right light, there you go, you can start to see the gold all shimmering right through that glaze. And when you actually see it on the surface, it is magnificent, okay? It really, really is. So, through here, have a little look. We've got... Food safe, that's a great question, Carol. With Cadence's mediums, they're all water-based. Well, these ones in particular are water-based. If you wanted it to be food safe, absolutely, you treat it in the same way as you would do with your Aquastone. you would place it on the underside of that glass plate. It's food safe in the respect of you can put biscuits and buns and cakes and crisps, that sort of stuff on the surface, but we wouldn't suggest having it on a plate that you would be cutting into, where you're going to have strong sort of abrasive on the surface of there. You wouldn't want to do that, okay? But it's food safe in the sense that, yes, on the top of a plate, you can put nibbles and things onto it, but you wouldn't put hot food on there. You wouldn't want to agitate the surface more than it should do. But other than that, once it's fully set, give it 21 days to cure, as you do with all of your water-based mediums, and then you're good to go, just like that, okay? What I am going to do for you, though, is should we have another little look at that heat transfer medium, because I do have some more papers here where I have gone in, and we had this one that we did at the start of the show, which is now dried. Okay, so this is the one that we started with, where we did the snowfall, and we stenciled it through with our palette knife, and of course that A5 stencil that comes in that set. So I'm going to grab some foil now. I'm going to use a slightly different set of foils. Let's have a look. Let's grab our polished silver. Okay, now you've got all different foils on the show. We've got our Glow and Intense, which provide you with these fabulous finishes. So I'm going to cut some of this one off. And this will just give us a wonderful finish, and then we can put this underneath a glass plate. I know, right? It looks amazing. So let's grab our glass mat like that. That was interesting. So I'm going to grab my glass mat. I'm going to put this foil over the top. There we go. There we go. Smooth that down, just like that. Sophie, would you be all right to put the fan on a little bit? Is that okay? I've gone a little bit hot. Thank you, lovey. Cheers. There we go. Just had a bit of a hot flush there. Do you know today it's supposed to get... How hot is it meant to get today? Isn't it like 32 degrees or something? That's unbelievable. We're in the best place, actually, because we're fully air-conned in here. Right, okay, so you go on with your foil. Heat transfer medium is set. Then press down with your iron like this, okay? And it only needs a few seconds. Does not need long at all. Take this back up. And then all I'm going to do now is peel this back. And you peel it back relatively quickly, like that, and look at this. Instant foiling with one medium, that quick, that easy to do. It's the heat transfer medium from Cadence. It's £9.99. It is shop heat for this one. For those of you as well who've just joined us, we've only got about, I'd say about 35-40 minutes left of the show. Have we got another Pictionary to do?
We do.
Should we do it now? Okay, let's do it now. Okay. No. Well, I've got a clue it's something festive, okay, which I'm going to share with everybody else. So if you want to come with me, I'm going to do some Pictionary for you, okay? So everyone got this one, I believe. And we're going to reveal the answers to that one at the end, which was Amanda's drawing, which I think Amanda's was a little bit tricky, I'm not going to lie. And I've got the most amazing pen to use, as you saw. There we go. Right. Okay, I think I've got a very easy one there. Lily's like, yeah, that's a bit easy. Right, okay, so. And then I'm going to give him some mittens. This is not how I would usually draw a snowman. Oh, I've just said it. I think everyone can see what that is. I have just said it, if you were listening. Not usually how we do things here, but there you go. There you are. It's good to go. It's not what I said it was. It's completely different. It's obviously a reindeer. Right, so we go through and have a little recap of that download for you. The way that it works, everybody, get your comments in, and in those comments, type in what you think I have just drawn, okay? Really hard to get that one. Oh, the tablet has died. It's all going well today. It's literally... Yeah, this is it. This is what happens here on our live shows. Right, everybody, that download for you, it is brand new, launching during this 2-hour special here for Makeover Monday. I know, right? We're back to a 2-hour show, which is unbelievable. Lots of time to spend with you this morning. Now, this is 60 designs, okay? 60 brand new Christmas papers. I know we've been teasing it for a while now, but this has been incredibly busy. Before the show, super busy. During the show, lots of you adding this to your basket. It's shop download. It's $24.99. It should be $29.99, so you've got a great show price for you today. This takes you through whimsical, timeless, nostalgic Christmas where you get a warmth of the days gone by, where the Christmases that you remember as a child growing up, these evoke those memories for you. And as well, you've got ones in here like a complete design of a wreath. Now that could be a card. Maybe you're going to scale this down. You're going to use your dies around the top of it. All of these baubles. You've got the fireplace as well. Look at the fireplace there with the stockings hanging above it. How cozy is that setting? It's like something out of a film. You've then got in here the background where you've got even more areas to add designs in here. And don't forget that with Minecraft Studio, there's nothing stopping you from taking certain elements and adding them to other papers and layering them up together. We'll definitely show you some of that during some of our shows here. But again, that's not all. That's the first board of 10. You've got 50 more here. These are all on that download for you. Again, you've got the snowman. Oh, it looks like something I just drew. And then you've got the robin. You've also got the little teddy bears as well, all in different settings. That angel there, that Victoriana angel, is absolutely exquisite. Look at the design on that one. Stacks of presents there together. Look how the cards have been used with the papers to create something completely unique. Now that there is how Minecraft Studio can be used to mirror image a design and completely change it into something else. I love the paper with the train on. I think it's incredibly cute, great for the children, but also again, if you want to use it even as gift wrap, you can do the card, the tag, the present, everything. We've even got traditional Father Christmas over there as well. You can see him in his traditional green colour, the poinsettias. I mean, taking that Father Christmas and turning it into a focal point on the card is something that can be easily done in a collection like this. But everything's been thought of, even down to the florals. They're all from the papers. When you print from Minecraft Studio, you don't have to print the whole design. You could print just a section of it and layer it up together, okay? It's just fun. And I wanted to bring something with the team here at Highlight Crafts that was a look back on Christmas past times, because I think Christmas, we always remember the one previous in the years gone by, the one where the food went a little bit wrong, the one where everyone ended up turning up that you didn't think was going to be there and you had to get all of the emergency chairs and the stools out. We all have fabulous Christmas memories, some good, some bad, some funny, some a little bit crazy, but whatever those memories are for you, whatever the meaning of Christmas is for you, you can craft with it. And I love that it's all incorporated inside this collection. It's my favourite one we have ever done for Christmas. I mean, we've done some wonderful Christmas designs for you here at Highlight Crafts, but this, by far, is in the lead with anything that we have ever created. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I've never quite seen this vast amount of papers. And back in the day when we used to be able to share with you only 8 designs for about 15 quid, you're getting 60 for £24.99. And you can print them on whatever you want. Now, I do have some updates for you as well. Our show has been incredibly busy today. Our heat transfer medium, which is just here, this one is, well, okay, we've got 4 left, everybody. There's 4 left that are not sat in baskets. So that is literally 4 of you available to get this. There's definitely more than 4 of you watching the show right now, so I know for a fact not everybody will be able to get hold of some. If you're on the fence and you're getting splinters thinking about it, please, I will suggest you will love this. You will absolutely love the results that you get from it. It's shop heat at £9.99 for that one. Also, your sparkle varnish, 70% of the silver is now in allocation. It's just £7.99. Think about all those baubles. Maybe when you get your trimmings out, you're going to go through all of your decorations. Some of them have dulled down, some of them have tarnished. I know for a fact I've got quite a lot of old decorations. Some of them are well, past it in terms of they don't really look that great anymore. Add some sparkle to them, add a little bit of shimmer, maybe you're going to go with some paint. The beauty of this sparkle varnish though is that as it comes to you with its marker inside of that colour, you can also add paint. So, with your sparkle varnish, this is the silver, because it's got silver mica in it, but it's a clear varnish. You could add a drop of green paint into here, then you've got a silver gloss with green paint in it. So you're essentially creating yourself a green enamel with silver mica inside it. So you can mix inside here paints with the varnishes. It's amazing stuff. We're going to do loads of techniques as we go through the weeks with this product. It's literally just arrived here at Highlight Crafts. We've then also got the gold for you. Now the gold, 60% of this is also in allocation. Really busy for these ones. Again, don't forget to check out your baskets if you have any of these products remaining in there. We do not want you to miss out on it. As we've said before, the way that it works here at Highlight Crafts is that if you've got a product sat in your basket, it's basically like And this is the way me and Mel described it the other day. It's kind of like you're walking around the supermarket with your trolley before you've gone to the checkout and you've got the last pint of milk in there and someone else comes past and says, well, I'm having that. And you go, no. And they go, well, I can do because you've not bought it yet. I mean, you wouldn't do that, would you? But the way that it works on the website is you don't know whose basket you're taking it out of. But I'm afraid that's the way that it does work. So if you have got something in there and it becomes fully allocated, then is your time to check out. Also as well, your foils have been really busy. 50% of the intense foils have now gone into allocation. These have just been absolutely flying. They're a beautiful set of colours. This one's got your Christmas green, Christmas red, cerise pink. You also have your polished silver in there, which I like to call the chrome. You do also have your jet black and the aqua blue. Wonderful Christmas tones for you to work with. And maybe Christmas this year is going to be a little bit different for you. Maybe you're going to use different designs. Maybe you are going to use nostalgic, but maybe you're going to add different colours to it. Maybe you're going to do little gifts like this, which would be wonderful to display around your home. Maybe you're going to get your dies out, or maybe you're going to use your scan and cut and you're going to print them onto cardstocks and make your own card shapes. Maybe you're also going to use your sublimation printer. I mean, my word, sublimation with these is going to be unbelievable. These designs on a Christmas mug, look there, it's been faded down on Minecraft Studio with all of the papers. You can use all of this with loads of different substrates. And that's what I love about it. Everyone can get involved in a show like this. Yes, it's the Monday Makeover, where we usually do a bit of upcycling or rejuvenation of something, but everybody has the ability to have a go with it. And I'm just going to share with you one last project, which is this one here before we go over to demo and have a look at something else. Look at that, how beautiful this can turn out. Right, I'm going to take one of these wine boxes with me because our glass plates have sold out, and we're going to have a look at our A3 papers. Oh, in fact, should I quickly just share with you the details of those A3 designs? Because for those of you who've just joined, or maybe did join, I might not have gone through them since. We've got 2 bundles, so 2 packs of 6 A3 papers. This is your first set, which I think is your winter one. So this is Sharp, let's have a look. Oh yeah, Shop Winter, $24.99. You've got your Christmas tree. Now these are A3 pre-printed papers, printed in-house here at Highlight Crafts for you. Amazing quality on here. When we saw these coming off the printer, everyone was just gasping, going, oh my goodness, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Well, it's because these designs are so exquisite and now they're larger than life itself. Now you've got A3 papers, you've got your Christmas tree here, surrounded by a complete flood of presents at the base of it, and it's got that wonderful knocked back gold vintage colour to the background, a very sort of Victorian style Christmas tree. Wonderful detail. Look at how the paper in the back almost looks like chipped plaster on a wall with script. But then you've got that resolution. You've then also as well got the 3 baubles. These cascading down the page looks incredible foiled. You saw me using the heat transfer medium on these. And then you've also got, now this would be amazing on a panel. So a lap tray. Imagine it on a lap tray. How good would that look? And then you've got it for Christmas. Maybe it's going to be placemats. These are A3 in size, remember, so bigger than usual. They're not your standard A4s. The next set of 3 inside that one is then also the robins, where you've got them looking against one another here. The 2 of them, he's in the foreground, this one's in the background. So you've got this one here, which is the mixed Christmas design. You've then got the train, which I think looks just fabulous. Maybe you're going to foil with silver all of the smoke at the top of there. You've then got the stack of presents as well. Now, all 6 of those A3 papers that I've just shared with you are going to come to you for just $24.99. That's Shop Winter. For the next set of 6 that we've got here, so you've got all of these. This is where it features Father Christmas and your very traditional papers. This one's Shop Noel, $24.99. You've got the florals across the front here on this one. So again, big design. You could cut these out, decoupage them onto those tote bags. We could even do that afterwards, actually. Trim into these. You've then also got Father Christmas. A real nostalgic image there for you. You can see he's got the sack filled with all of the presents, ready to go. Then you've got the angel. Look at her dress. Look at all of the gilding around the bottom of that lace dress. Isn't it just fabulous? So you've got the angel on there too. And then the final set of 3 within that same bundle, you've got the stocking. So you've got the boot there, the Christmas boot with Father Christmas in it and all the toys. You've then got the teddy bear. So proper old school style teddy bear there. That would be wonderful on the front of like a massive journal or a book cover. And then we finish off with our snowman as well. How wonderful is this? It's an absolutely exquisite collection. It's by far our favourite Christmas designs we have done yet here at Highlight Crafts, and being able to create projects like this and celebrate your craft for Christmas at the same time is just something unreal. It's an amazing feeling. It's incredibly satisfying as well. And when you get this level of quality from not just your home printer, but for the pre-printed papers here as well, you're going to enjoy every second of those projects that you're creating. Right, shall we head on over to demo and play with something else, okay? So what I'm going to do for you is kick that over, and then what I'm going to do is go back to that fabric. I'm going to add some layers to it. So we've got here those poinsettias, and as I mentioned earlier, you can trim these and pop them onto your main elements of design. So that heat transfer medium as well, it is limited stock. It is going to go. If you've not already got it, it will be disappearing, I imagine, within the next half an hour. So I'm going straight into the A3s here, and I'm trimming in like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to take that area out. So I'm going to save this to one side, and also look at how the sparkle varnish is drying. Look at that. That is just magnificent. So that there is drying on the surface of that card. It's fully flexible as well, so it doesn't crack. This one here is the silver. So shop silver for $7.99. You can still go on the top of your rice papers on the top of fabric with this, which looks bonkers. So I'm just going to trim this floral here out. So let's just take some of the detail out here. And as well, for you at home, let me know, what is it that you like to craft with around Christmas? I most certainly love to make my cards, but I also love to make things like candles. I love wrapping the rice papers around candles, creating a fabulous home furnishing. They come out every year then. There's something that you use all the time, and I think that's incredibly special because, again, it creates those memories. But do you like to make cards? Do you like to make wreaths? Is it Christmas baking that you do as your Christmas craft? But to be honest, I love to do anything to do with Christmas. It's my favourite time of the year. It's my favourite thing to craft for. I also love to craft for different occasions, but Christmas being my favourite because it means I can get all of my stash out and just use everything that I've got that's metallic, shiny and sparkly, and just use a complete combination. I also as well try and tailor a lot of my Christmas crafts to the recipient of them. So whether it's going to be a card for my mum, I know what colours she likes for Christmas. If it's going to be for my grandparents, I know they like much traditional colours, like me. So you start to work with what suits, and I think that's special. But yeah, let me know what you like to craft with. My tablet has unfortunately run out of battery, but I will be going back through and reading the comments because this has been a wonderful 2 hours to spend with you all. So now with this paper, I've got this harsh edge, so the flat edge here. Now that's what I'm going to use from the edge of my cushion to creep in, or should I say tote bag, to creep into the main area of the design. So we're going to go back to our tote bag that we made earlier, which is just here. Wonderful. And now what we can do is add these elements into the edge, creeping in like this. So now we actually build them in to the main area of design. So you're working from outside of the frame. So that actually would look quite nice down there like that, going off the edge and trimming that section off like that, okay? So I've trimmed that one there down. There we go. So let's add a little bit of adhesive to the back of this. And because I'm working on a singular element, I'm going to work onto a mat to put the glue on because I don't want to get anything, I don't want to get it all over the place. So I'm going to go onto my rice paper embellishment there, grab a nice flat brush, nice and clean, and start to spread that glue evenly and thinly all over the surface. And you're working onto the reverse of the design for this. There we go, just like that. So nice skim. You don't want any lumps or bumps. If you've had lots of lumps of glue like that in the middle, I want to try and smooth this down the best you can because those are going to actually show through. And when it's drying, you'll get a bit of a bump underneath. So then we're going to take it to our design here. I'm going to sit that down in the bottom corner, just like that. There we go. Just pinch that up to drag it round. And then let's get some of that sponge that we used earlier, so our cut and use foam, and you're just going to push it down onto it like that. Now notice how that design has just evolved naturally onto the surface, but then we've also got it onto the top of our tote bag, so it kind of brings that design in. Now I'm also thinking I need one in this top corner as well. So going back to that main page where we had all of that imagery on, remember you can print these just as singular elements. You could take them right into Minecraft Studio and chop into them, cut out just little sections that you want to use. So I'm going to go around here, and it's pretty quick to do actually. I'm going to go around, trim that bit there out, there. And I've got a really big one here to use. And if you want the pre-printed designs, the A3s, you can actually get both sets in a bundle, all right? If you're adding either one of them to your basket, if you have a look at it and think, okay, well, it's $24.99 for 6, but it's $39.99 for 12, all right? That is a brilliant price. We've brought the price down by going for the bundle. Of course, you always save money in the bundles. $39.99, you're going to get your club discount on top of that as well, so it's going to come down even further for you, which is just fabulous. Now I'm trimming the leaves off because I just want the red. There we are. So I'm going to go around here. And rice paper is really easy to cut. You can do lots of different things with it. You can use it with the water brush to tear it if you wanted to. But this is going to be a wonderful Christmas tote bag. And if you wanted to, you can turn these tote bags into cushions just by stitching across the top or putting a zip in and taking the handles off. I've seen quite a few people doing that, and they do look wonderful. There we go. So we're just going to go all the way around here. And then trim right into that. There we go. And then just do that bottom edge around here. And I always find as well with rice paper, and especially whenever we do rice paper projects here in our academy at Highlight Crafts on our workshop days, the room goes silent. And it's something really calming and peaceful about rice paper crafting that I just love. I think it just instantly, it grounds you and you just enjoy the process. It's a wonderful substrate to hold and cut into and craft with, but also it allows you to be really creative. And I always see things differently with rice paper, and I see a lot more potential in so many of our products when I've got rice paper incorporated into it. Now that's going to look lovely in that corner. So the way I've angled it, I'm just going to trim that top layer off, and then I want to go and probably just trim those about there, like that, perfect. So we're going to use our fabric glue again. So I'm just going to bring my mat in, and on the back of here, we're going to go in with that fabric decoupage glue. Pop it always in the centre of your image, especially when it's an island, when it's an individual component or element for your design, and spread it out. Okay, start from the centre going out. And if it goes into a mess like this, and you're like, oh my goodness, I've spoiled the paper, that's got to go in the bin, don't worry. You can literally unfold all of it. It won't fall apart in your hands. It's not like napkins or tissue paper where they can quite easily disintegrate. It's made from the pith of a cotton plant, is rice paper, and it's incredibly strong, just like cotton. But it is a very strong medium to work with, although it does come across very fragile, very flighty, and very, very vulnerable. But it's not. You can do a lot with it. So what I'm going to do now is put that in our top corner, just up here. There we go. Right up to there, and layer this over. And I'm making sure to try and keep my design flat with my fabric, because this will be pressed at the end. We iron the whole thing. So then you want to go over with that sponge again, push it all down, all those fibres into the fabric, locking them together, creating that bond. That's what you need with this. You want to create a tight bond with all of it, okay? Now the glue that I'm using is the fabric decoupage glue. You can buy the fabric decoupage glue as a larger pot on its own, and that one is shop fabric. It's $8.99 for 120 ml, so you're going to get loads in there. Goes much further, but I was just using the exact same product in the smaller bottle, which comes with your Magic Bond and Seal kit. Now, in this kit, you get one for fabric. You also get a gloss one. Now, your gloss one gives you a shiny finish on top of your project, so it's nice and shimmery. You also get a matte one. You get your antique one, and then you do get an additional bottle, which I think I have somewhere, but I'll find the one over at the counter for you, but you're going to get a 5th bottle, and that's got your dishwasher safe glue in it, okay? And that one means you can take these papers to glass and ceramic surfaces, and they're fully dishwasher safe, which is just bonkers, I know, right? Dishwasher safe rice paper. And that there, fully adhered down, let's put our brush in some water, has given us a beautiful Christmas tote bag, just like that. Now there's lots of different techniques you can then additionally apply to this. So if we were to take some of our sparkle varnish, with varnish usually we suggest only hard surfaces, but on a fabric surface like this, we've gone on with rice paper, so it's got a carrier under there, which means we can add some colour of varnish on. So I'm going to go in with some of the gold. Now you can use gold or silver depending on the design you've worked with. Shop silver is $7.99 and shop gold is also $7.99. You get 70 mils in here, and my goodness, it goes a very long way. I'm just going to put a small amount of the gold out here onto my mat. I'm going to take a rounded paintbrush. Let's have a look, kind of nice soft one. Whenever you're working with glazes, I would always suggest using the softest brush in your stash. And the reason for that is, as the brush then removes itself from the actual project, it's not going to leave brush strokes. If you use something like, and I've got these for different things, if you were to try and apply varnish with a synthetic bristle brush like this, these are great for different things. They're great for stenciling. But if you were to go down these, I can feel each and every one of those bristles. They're really tough. And that's great because they're durable. They're going to provide me with a great stenciled finish. But with a varnish, as I go like that, I'm going to create a really streaky varnish, okay? And as we pull the brush away, it's actually going to remove and apply, whereas this one applies and sweeps away from the project, leaving behind a wonderful brush stroke. So it makes a difference. And it's always key to use the right applicators with the mediums that we share with you to get the best results. In quite a few cases, sometimes it'll be, oh, this is the result I've got. It's not quite what I was expecting. Here's what happened. And the first thing is usually, what did you use to apply? How did you dry it? And what was the overall sort of process in applying that product? And it's usually down to this. It's down to what you've used in your hand. And it plays a big part. And I always find the saying really interesting is that a bad workman doesn't blame his tools or something like, I can't remember what it is. But when it comes down to an applicator within the paint world, you can blame a tool. You're allowed to do it, okay? Because you just need to make sure that it's the right one for the right surface. So with this varnish, I'm then just going to go in areas now and add singular brush strokes of this varnish in all of his pleats of his jacket, okay? And what means with this is that when you're carrying it or when it's, traveling around, it's going to catch the light in all those different areas. Okay, and it's just going to instantly dazzle on the surface, but it's not overbearing. We've got our fabulous foil in here for that, but even on top of the berries, a little bit of the varnish here, and don't worry about it cracking or peeling off. It's going directly onto a papered surface. So even on our poinsettias up here, I'm going to paint all over the top of this one, and I love all of these mediums combined together. On this project, we've used our heat transfer, we're using our sparkle varnish, we're using our brand new rice papers, and we've gone in with the fabric decoupage glue. So we've locked every part of it in together. Now for you at home, if you don't have a printer, or you want to do what I'm doing, and of course you don't want to be able to print it, you want to just craft with it straight away, you don't want to spend time printing it, that's fine. You can go for the printed bundle. Printed bundle consists of 12 A3 designs. You're getting a lot of surface pattern, a lot of surface area to craft with inside this. Now this varnish is going such a long way. I didn't expect the little bit that I put out, that pea-sized amount, to actually spread over all the areas I actually wanted to cover. I've gone into his jacket on his arm, then I've done both flowers, and I've just picked out certain petals or certain leaves there for us to use. And as that dries, it's going to give us a wonderful sparkle finish. When you use yours, just make sure just to give them a quick shake before you start with them, as you would do. And don't worry, you can shake them left, right, up and down, whatever you want. It's not like the sprays where you can only swish them, okay? Shake them as and when you need to. And of course, you can add paints into these if you want to. And you can add glitters into them. You can add all sorts into them because it's a varnish designed to already actually have a filler in it. So you can add your own to it. Just make sure you're mixing those in separate bottles so you're not going to add it to the main amount of the medium. Right, I'm going to give you a quick recap on all of our other items that we've got for you here today, and then of course if we've got time left I can show you something else, but we're running out of time and you need to make sure you've got in those 2 words if you want to be in with the prize. I do think the spin the wheel is next door, so we'll get that bought through before the end of the show, as it always is. It's always in the other room, of course it is. Today we're showcasing the brand new download for you. This here is Shop Download. It's your wonderful winter heirloom collection. We've taken you through these designs and it takes you on a journey, whether you want to craft with something nostalgic. So when you think about Christmas, when I think about Christmas, I think about the evenings, the nights drawing in. I think about, of course, with that drive home and you see all of the houses trimmed up with the lights. I also think about places you visit over Christmas, the weekends with friends and family, the times that you enjoy and you thoroughly indulge. This is what it's all about. This is the fun, but you get it as craft. I mean, look at these designs up here. The Christmas bells with the trees. It's everything I've ever wanted in Christmas papers here today. And at home, you're unlimited. You do whatever you want, print as many as you want, in as many different colours as you want to. Even Santa on his sleigh here. What a wonderful image that's been created here. And we've got the little, look at the little deer here, the little baby deer. under the tree with all of the frost around the top, and getting a closer look in detail at some of the designs is really important, especially ones like this, because when you actually see how much is being put into one individual design, it's apparent the true investment that you're making here. The value for money is unbelievable. If you just want to craft with florals for Christmas, they're in here. If you want to craft with just the Father Christmas images, there's multiple ones in different settings. Whether it's a landscape or a portrait scene where you just wanted to look in, take this into Minecraft Studio and flip it. Flip it this way, it looks like you've got a building in the centre and you've created 2 alleyways down the side. How wonderful would that look? We're going to do some of that. We're going to do some of that in the future shows and show you how you can actually manipulate these files in Minecraft Studio. Whether it's just a card, a simple greeting card with your favourite colourways, you can do it inside here as well. It's such a wonderful download. I cannot express enough how happy I am with this kit. It's just wonderful. And when you're at home crafting with it, I just know you're going to love it. You're going to love every second of working with this. You're going to get 60 papers in total, 60 brand new designs. You've not seen these anywhere else. These have not been on before. These aren't from the archive. These are brand new images for you to craft with, really, wherever you want. But also we do have that bundle of the printed designs for you. You're going to get 12 in total if you do go for the full bundle. I'm just going to lay them out here for you over the counter so you can see them all together, all 12 in all of their beauty. And you know what? If you're at home and you just want to start crafting, you could go for the download, get those elements printed out, but then maybe you're going to get some bigger surfaces and you're going to start thinking big. You're going to start thinking furniture. Maybe it's going to be something you're going to upcycle for Christmas. Maybe it's going to be something that's going to stay out. And you know, actually, that little side table, that's seen better days. I'm going to cover that for Christmas. So when everyone comes around, I've actually got furnishings that match. You've got 12 designs here, all pre-printed. $39.99 is going to get you all of these. We've only got around about 4 minutes left on today's show. It's been an amazing 2 hours to share with you, exploring a launcher of Cadence, of our brand new varnishes. We've had the heat transfer medium back in stock for you as well. We've been discovering lots of different ways in how we're going to be using these, but most importantly, you've got a great deal. You've got a great price of some fabulous artwork that's brand new here for you today. We have played Pictionary. The lovely Amanda joined me at the start of the show where we were drawing, well, she was drawing something you had to guess the clues for, and also I've done one as well, so make sure they are in the comments. You've got those in there already, all right? Just to give you a recap as well of those Cadence items that we do have, and of course the stencils I was using at the start of the show. These are Shop Icon. Now, the price for these is a little bit crazy because you get 4 A5 designs. Now your first 2 are there. This is your mixed festive design. We've got in here your snowflake, your snowman, the stars, the tree itself, the little sprigs. You've got all of those elements all built in together as an A5 design and with the snowfall. Now you can use these with whether it's your heat transfer medium, your inks, your pastes, whether you're going to blend through here with that sparkle varnish, that would look wonderful as just a backdrop or a hidden accent for a card. You're going to get those too. And then on top of that, you're also going to be getting the Christmas florals, which is a wonderful bit of surface pattern. I think that looks fabulous on fabric. And then you've got your Snowflake Blizzard as well. These would be great if you want to use them for your food crafting, if you're going to be doing cake decorating, maybe you're going to be going through here with your favourite edible markers, your food colourings, all that sort of stuff. Maybe you're going to put food colouring in the airbrush and you're going to use those through here. They're from Craftmaster. You get 4 designs. They're all A4 in size as well. These are great if you want to use them with your embossing folder. Did I say 5 A4 designs? Did I? It's 5A... 4A5. My goodness, don't even know what I said. 4A5 designs. You get 4 and they're this big. There you go, but they are incredible. They're £8.50 for those. It's Shop Icon if you want to get those in your basket. The wine box, how many of these have you seen me decorate? And don't they just look beautiful every single time? These are your wooden wine box. It's Shop Box for these. It's just £12.99. They should be £19.98. These should be 20, well, just under 20 quid. You're getting them at a great price today. I'd pay that for one. These are fabulous. Such a great gift, and honestly, these never fail. Turning up to somebody's house, whether it's you're visiting over Christmas, whether it's you're taking presents with you, or it's the day itself, having actually a gift box with the wine, or whatever it could be in here. You could line it if you wanted to with a polythene bag, and it could be a vase for flowers for Christmas if you wanted to. It could have all sorts inside there. Anything that's tall, I guess, would work well. Maybe a nice big stack of biscuits. Who knows? But you've got 2 inside that. That's shop box. 2 of your wine box holders. They've got brass clasps on the front. They've got the rope, which is removable. I always take the rope off when I'm decorating it. It makes it much easier. And then you also have your 2 little hinges as well on the back. Now, you don't have to unscrew these when you're painting them, but if you want to, just use one of those really fine little flathead ones and they come out really easily. The tote bag I decorated for you on the show as well. These come in a set of 5. You get 5 tote bags. These have been very popular recently. We've done lots of different crafts with these ones, but these are from Creative. They're a fabulous, wonderful sort of neutral colour, which means you don't have to paint anything white before you're going on with your rice papers. And I love as well that the seam isn't across the base of these bags, which makes them super strong, which means you've got no give or you've got no wear forming at the bottom of the bag where most of the weight's going to be. You get 5 inside there for $12.99. That's an incredible price for you today. And also as well for you, we do have the Cadence Cut and Use foam. This one here is shop foam. It's $5.99. Great price on that. It's an A4 size pad. You cut it up into whatever size that you want or whatever size you need, and then you can just craft with it. Literally cut and use it. Right, should we draw some winners? Wonderful, Sophie. So the winner of our first one that Amanda drew is, and the answer was Scrooge.
It's Veronica Hamilton.
Veronica Hamilton, congratulations. Let's see what you've won, Veronica. So the way that this works is you will receive a message from us, and inside that message, there will be the details on how, of course, you're going to get your points. So number 9 is 250 points. Congratulations, Veronica. And then the next winner, which, of course, was the snowman that I gave away whilst drawing, the winner is... Karen Cowell. Oh, congratulations, Karen. Well, I'm sure you'll be coming to Doncaster. Looking forward to seeing you. And you have won, Karen. Number 3, 200 points. Congratulations. So again, you'll be receiving a message from us at Highlight Crafts with all the details on how you're going to get your points. I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who have joined today. Please do not forget to check out your baskets. Some items are now almost fully allocated, and you know what that means. They're going to be gone. But don't go anywhere. We've got one show now coming up for you this afternoon, and we'll be back this evening. Take care and have a fabulous day, everyone. Bye.